Hi all, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to show you something really interesting, the Faber Castell Polychromos. I finally got one from a local art supply store. I could only afford the 24 color set because these pencils are very expensive. It's a German product, so like most other German products, the quality of these pencils are superb. And Faber Castell has been in business since 1761. So it's one of the oldest art supply brands in the world. So it says over here, high quality, acid free, pigment in bright colors, water resistant, smudge proof. So all of the superb qualities you want to see in a pencil, but the biggest take on of these pencils is the light fastness. And this is one of the few brands out there with the highest light fastness rating. This is a tinned box set, by the way. You have some information about the company over here. The biggest Faber Castell Polychromos set is 120 colors. So these are all of the colors in this range, but my set has only 24 colors as shown here. And these are the beautiful pencils. I wish they had more natural earthly colors in this set. This is not a bad combination, but some of these greens are not the best. You will see a close-up of the colors when I do a swatch test later in this video. This is how a close-up of a pencil looks like, just for you to get an idea how good the build quality of these pencils is. By the way, I also bought the Winsor and Newton and Prismacolor Premier color pencils very recently, and I want to do a little comparison of the three brands because one of the reasons why I got small sets from each of these brands is to get a sense of how each brand performs before I purchase the biggest set that they have to offer. Here are the three brands side by side. We have Prismacolor Premier, Polychromos, and Winsor and Newton. Out of all these, look and feel wise, I like the Winsor and Newton the most. It's just a personal preference. The grey barrel and the clean minimalist look is quite unique. And also these pencils feel very smooth and they are very consistent. All of the pencils are very consistent. And the polychromos are quite the same. The problem is in the Prismacolor Premier. The build quality of these pencils are absolutely terrible. You can see that not even the core is centered over here, and I have got more than 3 Prismacolor pencils which have like huge cracks in the pencils, and it's a brand new pencil box. So there are a lot of problems like that with the Prismacolors. And the Polychromos pencil is the one that feels the best in my hand because the barrel is larger, so the pencil feels sturdier in my hand, and the paintwork is smooth, whereas the paintwork of the Premier feels rough and gritty. So those are all signs of poor build quality of the Prismacolors. So if you are still not convinced how elegant the Faber Castell products are, take a look at this black beauty. With its golden lettering, I guess this is the best a pencil can look. I still prefer the look and feel of the Winsor and Newton, although I have absolutely no complaints about the Faber Castell Polychromos pencils. Alright, let's do a swatch test of the Polychromos. Polychromos is an oil-based pencil. It's not wax-based like the other two brands that I showed you. So there are some differences inherent in the Polychromos because of that. For example, the Polychromos are harder than the other two. But here's the thing. The hardness might be useful when you want to do certain types of artworks like botanical illustrations where you have to draw a lot of details, which is difficult with a softer pencil like the Prismacolors because the Prismacolors don't sharpen to a really pointy tip, and even if they do, they tend to break, so they are not perfect for details, whereas that is a quality inherent in the Polychromos that make them absolutely best for detailed illustrations. The other great quality about the Polychromos is that because it is an oil-based pencil, they don't have a common problem called the wax bloom. So artwork done using wax-based pencils Wax-based mediums tend to develop a smoky, misty substance on the surface of the painting over time. So they call it the wax bloom. Because of that, over time, these paintings have to be cleaned up. Polychromos don't have that problem. They tend to have a super water resistant, shiny, oil painting kind of look. So that's the other good thing about the polychromos. So this is how the swatches look, and I have blended the second swatch using turpentine. I just wanted to see how that works, and that works really well, although you can probably use better solvents than turpentine. You already heard of two unique advantages of the oil-based pencils, but those two advantages are not the biggest take of this medium. The biggest advantage is their light fastness. Can you see the three stars right next to each of the colors in the swatch? These three stars mean their light fastness rating. So 3 means the highest. So all 24 colors in my set have three stars. And I think more than 80% of the pencils in this entire range have the best light fastness rating. This means that the colors won't fade with time. That's a huge reason why these pencils are the choice of a lot of professional color pencil artists. If you paint to sell, you don't want your work to fade off after 2 years. So light fastness is a massive plus point when it comes to commercial art productions. Most professional artists choose this brand just for the last two reasons: wax bloom and light fastness. Okay, let's get to the demo section of this video. I'm gonna do a botanical illustration that I got from the book Botanical Illustrations written by Wendy Hollander. Her work is outstanding, and I already sketched my illustrations on Canson watercolor paper, and I'm gonna do an initial coating using the Winsor and Newton Cotman watercolors. By the way, all of the materials that I use in this video will be given in the video description along with from where I got them. So after doing the initial layering using watercolors, I'm gonna build the rest of it using polychromos pencils. By the way, these pencils can be layered better than the wax-based color pencils. And this is a time consuming medium to work with though. So you got to have some patience when you're working with these pencils, because these pencils are hard. You can't get down a lot of pigment right at the beginning. And with these pencils, I have now used three types of professional grade color pencils: Prismacolors, Polychromos, and Winsor and Newton. And out of all three brands that I used, I think my favorite is the Polychromos. Polychromos pencils can be purchased open stock. That means you can get individual pencils separately. You don't have to buy an entire set. And these pencils are a lot more versatile than the Prismacolors in my opinion. Okay, so this is what the final painting looks like. I could draw some of the fine details because the polychromos pencils are really hard. So achieving this level of detail wasn't that hard with the polychromos. And also I like this color, it looks really natural. I believe the polychromos 120 set has more earthly tones. I can buy those pencils open stock, as I said before. I don't have to buy the entire 120 set for that. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching this, and please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and please click the bell icon for notifications, and I'll see you next time with more art videos. Bye bye.